Hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times. Oscar here, bringing you another super awesome Minecraft episode. And in today's episode, we return to our Scarland-based building to build a sheep farm. So let's get this episode underway. Alright, and welcome back to Scarland, and it's always great to have you here. Now, in today's episode, we're not going to be working on the roller coaster, but we're going to be working on our base build. So, as you know, we've been building some of these additional tents and different things to help with the roller coaster project. We first built the storage and kind of a project tent here. We have our project chests and we have our bed and all sorts of other different things inside there. We built a small little horse corral over there. And of course, our enchanting tent up here looking super snazzy. We did make a couple modifications to make it so it was fully level 30 because if you put pressure plates on these things, apparently it blocks the bookcase, which is kind of a bummer. So, but we made up for that, fixed that all up. We built this super sweet little trail that kind of flows through here. We have our custom trees built up on the sides there. And of course, here is our tree farm tent. So we have our storage here for trees and different things like that. We've got some stuff sorted in there. And then of course, here are the trees growing in, looking super snazzy over there. So that is some of the progress on our kind of MIDI base for the project on this side of Scarland. Of course, we have other tree farms and different things like that throughout Scarland, but because we are so far from those things, we needed to build some stuff over here for the roller coaster project. So let's head on down. Now that we've used up most of our space up top, we're actually going to go down into the cave here. So in here, of course, this is where we sort all of our different mob drops that we get during the project. But then I decided it's time to go underground. So we're going to start to go underground here a little bit, and down this way we're going to build a mine. We're going to build a massive storage room, but to our left here we are going to build, and of course we'll have some nicer walkways and better ceilings for the cave and different things like that. But down here we're going to have a sheep farm, and to our right hand side over here we're going to build a cow farm. So we're going to have lots and lots of different things for wool and food and stuff like that. So we are going to get right into it, and we're just going to start to kind of carve out this section a little bit. Now, I do know that this will open up a little bit here because I was kind of playing around a little bit with it, trying to carve out this section a little bit. So eventually we're going to kind of cut into an area where it's hollow. But what I want to do is build a nice sheep farm. It's nothing, you know, super fancy or automated really, but just something nice to have in this area. Oh, hey, to have in this area of Scarland so that we can have some additional resources when we need it, so we don't have to go off to other areas or use that temporary sheep farm that we have under the roller coaster platform, which has been destroyed by Bob the Building Creeper Inspector. So that's got a little update on where we are. And yeah, so it's time to just kind of get this area all kind of excavated and stuff. So my idea is to make it feel kind of natural feeling, kind of have the grass. We'll grow some grass down here, of course, because we do need that for the sheeps nowadays, because sheeps need that to grow back their wool. I can't remember the update that was implemented in, but it is a fairly new implementation or mechanic to the sheep. Actually, it's probably been a few years now, who knows. But anyway, so we do need to make sure we have a grass floor, and then we'll build some trees, and you know, we'll scar it up a little bit, you know, make it all scar awesome and stuff like that. Whoa, hey yo, that little bat nearly tripped me. It nearly took me to the ground. And you might be thinking to yourself, Scar, where have you been? You haven't been posting many videos. Well, I'm back now, and where I was getting my computer fixed. Oh, yep, there it is. There's that cave I was talking about. We'll fix it. We'll make do with it. But anyway, I had to have my computer repaired. There's been a problem with it since I got it, and it was resulting in just complete frustration. And I finally had it, and we brought it back to the place who put it together. Now, these guys are great. I absolutely love these guys who put it together, and they've been super awesome about getting this taken care of. And they finally traced down the problem, and it hasn't occurred since then. So it's really, really awesome. So the problem was something in the BIOS was messed up and had to be reconfigured. Something that's way beyond me, unfortunately. And but they were, you know, they were quickly got that settled once they narrowed it down. What happened was every time the computer would restart or come back from sleep, reset, you know, shut down, you know, boot up, whatever, the computer would not initialize and the screens would go black. And that was a result of the USBs, like the motherboard was just freaking out when it wouldn't have the USBs plugged in. It would work fine if the USBs were not plugged in, and occasionally I would try to unplug them, but it was impossible just because I can't really move around or lift anything. So that was impossible to just kind of unhook all the USBs and then plug them all in, because that's just not feasible. And but they were able to fix it, so that was really awesome. And there's some other problems a little bit with my my monitors, but I've kind of worked out those a little bit. I might need to return those. They were dealing with a separate issue with those. But for now, I'm pretty well up and running again, which is super awesome. And I'm so glad to be back. And of course, if you guys don't see any videos or something, definitely check my Twitter and follow me there, because I usually give a quick update why there's no video, and occasionally I'll post cat pictures for your enjoyment. So definitely follow me on Twitter for those updates to kind of keep up to date with everything. And of course, some people, they like to follow you on Twitter because it's more reliable than the YouTube uploader. So you always know when a video is uploaded, because Twitter is the more reliable notification when a new video goes up. So yeah, so definitely follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with those happenings around. And as you can see, we're slowly kind of carving into the wall here. So what I want to do is just kind of make a giant opening here. And then what I'll do is I'll dig down a little bit. I'll add a dirt floor. We'll cover up this cave. And yeah, so give me a couple seconds here. Let me continue to kind of do the boring part here, carve this all out, and I'll be right back. Oh, I had to get some fresh air here because we were down in the cave a little longer than I anticipated. So get a little fresh air, and let's head back down and take a look at some of the progress. So we still need to kind of fancy up these walls along here, but you know, sometimes I bite off a little more than I can chew, and of course this is one of those ones here. But we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. We've got our organic structure being built in the middle, our organic scaffolding. I love scaffolding. Anyway, we're starting to build up the cave. I really want to kind of have a nice kind of domed ceiling a little bit up there. We need to kind of cover up some of these extra caves along here and collect as much of this as I can, because we need to use it to kind of reshape the walls and kind of mold them to how we want. So one of the things we're going to do is on this side over here, we are going to build a nice storage room to store all the different wools and dyes and things of that nature. So we'll either build it over here or there. I haven't quite decided. But yeah, so that's a quick progress update. So I'm going to continue to keep chopping out this walls, and I will be right back. All right, and welcome back. So just over here making a couple of gates and things. There we go. And I always forget the new gate recipe. Am I the only one here? I assume I probably am. I am probably the only one who always goofs up the gate recipe, the fence and the gate recipe, those new ones. I'm always goofing those up. All right, there we go. So we got a few things now. Let's head on down and take a look at some of the progress on the cave. As you can see, it's starting to look kind of cool, starting to get that kind of shape that we wanted, and there's still a lot more detail work to put into the cave, but for now, I'm liking it. So I did get a little bit of dirt, so I want to kind of lay that down, give it time to kind of grow in a little bit. So I'm just going to make a couple spikes going out here and just kind of fill this in a little bit, and I think I'm going to save the rest for our cow patch. There we go, for our cow farm area, a little patch of land for the cows. There we go. So start to fill this in and get going. So what we're going to do here is we're going to build a gate going across there. I have a new little design that I just accidentally came across when I was kind of goofing around with some a future build that I want to do in Scarland, which will be the mega farms and the cool little ranch house and stuff like that. Eventually, we'll get to that. But I was just kind of playing around, and I found a cool new way of kind of penning up animals. So we'll definitely do that at the end. Now, as you can see over there, we got that nice little box all carved in there and ready to rock. And that is going to, of course, be our sheep wool area, so we can store all of our sheep wools and different things like that. So that'll be pretty cool once we get that all finished up and ready to rock. There we go. Let's get out a little bit more dirt. We should probably have enough. What I would like to do in here is I'd like to build maybe a couple small trees, a little bit of plant life, and of course I would like to make a little stream, maybe just a small little waterfall coming out of one of the walls. So definitely want to start working on that. I don't think we're going to go full on crystal cave, so we'll probably not add crystals to the top up there. If you guys really want crystal cave, believe me, I will do it for you. But I don't think we'll probably do it in this one yet. You can let me know. You can let me know. You could be like, Scar, it has to have crystals. But for now, I'll probably hold off on the crystals. Let's see. Once we get this section complete, which will be super cool to start to get that idea how this will all come out. Eventually, we're going to have to trap some sheep down here and lure them down here. You know they're not going to want to come down here. All right, there we go. Looking super fancy. All right. So let's clear away that for now. Get you out of the way, and let's see. I'm going to grab out some of you guys. I'm going to grab you, and I'm going to grab you. Do I have any half slabs? Let's grab some half slabs. So let's head on top and just make some half slabs real quick. There we go. I actually should move this stuff down below a little closer so we have a little bit more ease of access. There we go. Perfect. And then let's run these poles up on the sides over here. Let's see. Let's find a good orientation. Let me drop that in there. And then I'm just going to kind of beef up this side over here just a smidge bit. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to go probably from here. I'm going to go from here. And I'm going to go, let's say I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to go a boom and a bam. And then we can walk through here, but they can't walk through there. So then, of course, we need to beef up the sides so they just don't walk right over that post. But eventually we'll get that going. Now, one problem we will have is babies can walk through here, but that's okay. We can kind of deal with that until they kind of grow up into their full sheepness. So there we go. Get that all down. Is that a word, sheepness? Is that what they become when they become fully grown? They become sheepish? Doesn't make any sense, Scar. Just stop talking. Okay. All right. Let's see. Get that down there and right there. And let's see. Can they walk up? No, they can't. And that's pretty cool. We can just walk through here. And then, of course, when we want to bring them in, we can just not do that. But we can do this and just walk right through here. Looking super fancy. All right. Let's move on over here now. And let's carve out this wall just a little bit more. I just want to knock out these sections here just a bit more, so we have a little bit more room to kind of work with this. Okay, so we're going to go over here, kind of lay out this a little bit. Let's call this the middle. So I'm just going to call that the middle, just a temporary blocks to kind of help measure this out. There we go. And then let's bring this all the way up there. Looking super snazzy. Looking super snazzy. So one thing I would like you guys to do, and you don't have to do it if you don't want to. It's just, I would like to share a little Scar love for the super awesome folks that did fix my computer. They're a small business here and where I live, and it would be super awesome if you guys went over there and just said, thank you for taking the extra time to make sure this all worked out for me and make sure they the computer worked, and just share some Scar love and let them know that that you're happy that the videos are back, that Scar's got his computer to make videos again. So I'm going to leave the link for their Facebook page in the description of the video, and you can go on over there and just say, hey, thanks for getting the lightning back, thanks for helping Scar get his computer back. That would be super awesome, and I would love it if you guys did that. I really like these guys who built my computer and also have serviced it. They've been super awesome. They're just a small business, and they actually really like what they do, which is nice to see once in a while when somebody really likes what they're doing and generally cares about their customers' experience, making sure that it's right, and they're not leaving, with, a product that's not functioning or not working. They want to make sure it's 100% and you're satisfied with it. And sometimes we just don't see that as much anymore. And I just really appreciate all the work that they did. They kind of went above and beyond, and more than I could have asked, and just, brought the computer back to, brand new condition and able to make awesome videos for you guys. So if you guys wanted to go over there and let them know thanks, that would be super awesome. All right, and there we go. All right, we got our little post built there, looking super snazzy. Now let's move on to carve out this interior section. But like I was saying, it's nice to see somebody who actually cares to make sure something's right. We just don't see that as much anymore, especially with bigger chains of stores and stuff that just they got 1,000 other people in there that day that they're like, you're just a drop in the bucket. And it's just nice when somebody takes the time to make sure something's right, and that's what they did. I like that, and especially people who are passionate about what they do. I've talked about that before. I really like it when somebody's passionate about their line of work, what they do. They've taken what they love. I don't know, take computers in their case, and they've made that their business, their passion. They enjoy what they do, which is always nice to see. Somebody was able to do something that they love to do, and even make it a career out of it. So I think that's pretty cool. What do we need? We need just a standard chest right there. There we go. That's right. There we go. And bring that across. There we go. Awesome. And then let's see. Let's carve out this back end over here and just add ourselves a little bit more capacity to, of course, our storage area. And of course, it looks like we're going to run out of chests. We don't have enough. We never seem to have enough. But yeah, so I'm going to continue to kind of work on this section, grab some more chests, and I'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. So I went up there, had to grab some gray wool for an idea that I have for the storage room. So let's head on down here. And eventually, like I said, I want to carry this design down through here. So we won't have to hop all the way back up every time. So let's come in here, and I've done just a little bit of work here in plotting out where the waterfall will go. So I think the waterfall will come down here and flow into a small little stream over here. And then I worked on, adding some detail, like a little column of, crushed rock and different things kind of flowing off there. So just a few little things there. I built the gate along here, and then right over here is where we're going to put that gray wool. So of course I put the additional boxes up here. So as you can see, just finished up that section there. And then let's clear this out. I'm going to grab you, and then I think, let's see how we're going to do this. I think we're going to go up like this. This will be kind of cool. This will be cool. I think this will be neat. Let's see. Let's get this like that. Now, my idea is to do this. Let's just hope I have the right materials. And I do. Perfect. And then let me swap that out. The poor remains of Bob the Building Creeper Inspector. Oops, you're not supposed to be over there. And then put these along here. There we go. Awesome. And then put those up here. There we go. I might do another row. I might need to actually do another row up there because there's a few additional things I want to put here. So I might do another row of boxes up there eventually. But this is just a good start for it for now. But anyway, it's like a little, stand you'd see at a store that you can, turn like a sunglass stand or something along those lines. Isn't that kind of cool? We can put all of our shears on there. And of course, we're one shear off, but I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Let's see. Let's grab out some of these. Let's clear you all out. There we go. And then I think I'm going to go like this. Just give this a little bit more of a design I think would be kind of cool. There we go. And just put those along there. Sweet. And then, we can, jazz it up if we want to add some more detail here or there. Definitely do so. And we're just kind of getting just a little bit of it down now. Mix up the materials a little bit. Something maybe right here and here. I think that would look really cool. I think for now, we could just maybe even just put just a little bit of extra carpet there. Like that. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's coming out really cool. All right, awesome. I like that a lot. Okay, let's actually knock back this section here. I would like to add an additional row of storage. Of course, I don't have the boxes to do that, but I will get them eventually. So just add that little extra layer back there. I think an extra section will be cool because I don't know if we actually have enough for all the different wools, and I want to have a dye box and a miscellaneous box, and maybe even have an additional one for white wool. Just have an extra one just in case we need to do a quick dye on a certain one. I think that'd be pretty cool. Okay, good. We got that section complete. And let's see. So I did get some ice. Now, I don't usually like using ice to fill in things like this, but I'll do it this time. I'll do it this time because, ice is kind of valuable, and I don't usually like to just use it all up, but that's all we have at the moment. It's all we have at the moment. I could not find a bucket for the life of me. All right, there we go. And we just had just a little bit of iron, and I need those for the trip hooks. There we go. Looking fancy. Maybe I should use this more often. So much easier than buckets. All right, there we go. And voila. No voilas? Nothing? Got nothing? Got nothing for me? You decided to go back there. You decided to cheat on me there. Oh, I like that. It's so simple, but, it's a nice little spot for the sheep to get a little bit of water. Awesome. I love it. All right, so now we'll move back up here and continue working on it. So I'll see you in a moment. All right, and welcome back. I've got some friends now. It took a while. We started out with a lot more than what we have now. Come on, guys. You want the wheat. The wheat, guys. Look, the wheat. What are you all looking at over there anyway? These guys, I started out with so many more than this, and hopefully we can get some more, start breeding these guys. Come on, you guys are impossible. What is so fascinating about the coal block? Come on. All right, everybody down. Let's go. Everybody down into the hatch here. Open in the hatch. Let's go. Seriously, I'm going to end up with one sheep. Oh, well, we'll get the rest later. There we go. At least we got a start. And we've got a squid friends. Hello there, good guys. How are you all? Anyway, all right, let's get back to work. So what we've done in here is I've added the little markers and of course added that second row up there. So I got that all set up and ready to go. Ceiling looks pretty nice. Needs some more work over there. Looks like our squid just exploded. And yeah, so let's just start adding some little bits of detail here. Just putting out some little plant life here and there. And then let's grab out some of this guy here and just stick a little bit of this down, making that all look real fancy. So some of the lighting for this area, I think what we'll do is we're going to bury some of it under the plant life here. I think that'll look really nice, and then we won't have the torches, you know, sticking out all over the place. I just want to kind of thin out a little bit of this grass here. I want the grass to mainly be on the sides, keep the middle kind of open for the sheep and stuff like that, so we can kind of get around a little bit easier. There we go. And let's put up on there a little piece there. Awesome, awesome. Hey, what do you think? What do you think, pal? What do you think of this little pen for you? A lot better than what you had before. If you guys remember from a lot of the live streams, their pen below the tree or the farm, it was awful. It was absolutely awful. So hopefully they like this a little bit better. I would like to add a tree, but I'm kind of thinking about, I'm going to hold off on the tree and maybe do the tree in the cow farm. Maybe do some different designs in there and stuff and actually have the trees in there. I think that's what I'll probably do. Maybe add just a little bit more kind of plant life in here like that. And then let's maybe even add some coarse dirt, around the edges of the farm. I think that will look really nice. You know, just along this section here, I think will look pretty cool. But yeah, I think this has been a really fun build. Just something simple, you know. It's nothing like super duper fancy, but it's enough to kind of fit in with the theme of Scarland, and I think it looks, you know, good enough to be within the world, and it's going to be super useful. That's the main purpose of it, because I need a lot of wool, and our current wool farm was not sufficient enough for what we needed. So that's why we've moved, and we have a much nicer farm, and I think the sheep will love it. Some people really wanted to do some more tents. Now we will do some more tents, but for now we're going to do a little bit underground because we're kind of ran out of room up there. Kind of ran out of room, and I'm not sure how to do a sheep tent. So I decided, why don't we move this underground for fun, do something a little different, and yeah, hopefully you guys really like this, and my first video back after being, of course, gone for a week, which is stressful. It was incredibly stressful not to be able to make videos for you guys, and I'm super sorry about what happened, not being able to make videos, but we're back. We're having fun, and always absolutely love making videos. It puts a smile on my face every single day working on it. Yeah, so the stress part of it usually comes from not being able to make videos for you guys, and then I'm like, oh, I can't make videos, and then the tech problems and stuff like that. That's what it feels like half of YouTube is now to me, is like dealing with like technology pieces and stuff like that failing, and it's like, oh, I just want to make the videos. I just want to make videos. So so yeah, that's how it is usually. It seems like these days, like YouTube is like 5% playing the game and about 90% of the time trying to deal with like tech issues and stuff like that. But when I'm doing that 5% where I'm making videos for you guys, I love it. I love it. All right, well, there we go. This farm is nearly complete. Let me put the final touches on it, and I'll be right back. All right, and there we go. We have got our little sheep farm all built and ready to go. There's a few more little touches I want to add to the ceiling, but for the most part, I think it's looking pretty nice. We might cut down a little bit of the foliage to be a little bit more practical, but once we start getting some more sheep in here, we start getting them all dyed into the appropriate colors that we'll need for different projects. It'll be super awesome, and I feel like it's a nice place to live. If you're a sheep, I totally live here. This is great. Got your nice little pasture here with all your nice different vegetation items. Got yourself a nice place to drink. And of course, Farmer Scar over here has got his area for all of his different colored wools throughout here. We still need to get a few extra ones. We need a dark green and we need a light blue. And then we've got our shear rack where we can kind of spin that to find our good shears. And we have our nice little floor built in here. And yeah, well guys, this has been super fun. This has been a really fun build to kind of get us back into the groove, into making videos. And well, guys, this has been Good Times with Scar. And I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the video deserved a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Landscapes, so that's super exciting. And yeah, so also been gathering a lot of wood. We need so much, I believe it is dark oak. Yes, dark oak, or dark chocolate wood. We're going to need lots and lots of it for some of the roller coaster supports, and a lot of spruce wood also